Welcome with Trading with Gold. I'm going to start. So, I'm gonna look at SPY. We went on yesterday to create a new low. We opened lower than, was it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. So yesterday was Thursday. We opened lower, and then we tried to push up. So every time we have SPY dropping, have a huge drop, or any stock, most of the time you'll find some stocks, either they push back up or they have indecision. So we had a kind of indecision yesterday. Now probably we won't see it on as a Ekenashi. You're fine. You're fine. Any candle that has a wick, either the top or both at the top, we had a slight one at the bottom, is an indecision candle. So we had an indecision. This looks like an inverted hammer. We opened lower and then it pushed up and then it closed lower. It's not a doji. It almost looks like yesterday was an inverted V pattern. So we opened low, went up, then came down almost to the same this level yesterday. So whenever you have a huge drop, most of the time the market is undecided whether it wants to go back up or push down. So today, I'm anticipating we might have the same. We might open high and then we push back down. Mostly, you might have 2 days of indecision before the market decides where it wants to go, and then we go back up. But we had this move down on the daily. We still didn't touch this. We haven't touched 78.6. So if we keep going down, that's the level to watch for 532. If we don't touch 532, then it means we can go back up or we can have a pullback. If we don't go back to 565, then we still have bearish continuation. Usually the last week of the month, like I'd said at the beginning of the month, usually the last week of the month, we might get some bullish moves, especially for the stocks that have been trending down the way SPY has been, and most of those tech stocks. So today, watch out for that. We might open high, but we still push lower. Okay, so the same thing for QQQ. So far we have how many days? So we got this sideways move with inside bars, then finally we broke down. Then we had 1, 2, 3 inside bars. Sorry, 3 lower lows. Then we had this shallow pullback, which were inside bars, and then we continued. So far, we have like 6. So we know a pullback can take 3 to 6 days. So far we have, we got 5. So today, if we can get a 6-1, or like I said, for us to see a bullish trend, we need a higher low. So far we're still creating lower low. So the day we create a higher low, which I'm thinking today will be the day. Okay, if we open higher than yesterday's support and we don't touch it, we're gonna create a higher low. So probably it will give us some chance for a bullish trend on next week. Not a strong one. I don't think it's gonna be a strong bullish trend. We'll see what happens today. So we might open higher, but we'll come back down today. That's for QQQ and SPY. Okay. Now, yesterday, oh, sorry, I'm trying to see the stocks that reported earnings yesterday. We have DX. I know some people don't usually look at this stock, but it's usually sometimes very good at post year. It's a healthcare stock. The DXCM, and it had this drop. So initially, it's been bearish from last year. It had this drop. It's been dropping from last year to this year. So it's been on a bearish trend since it hit 142 back in March. So this, it has had a bearish continuation. So either it can continue lower. So where did it come from? It still has a huge gap. So this one filled the gap from 74, went all the way to 132, pull back, then 144. So it has this huge gap. We're going up, and I'm sure this drop it has made that 50%. So this is on the daily. So it had already broken 50%, and it has continued. So pre-market, it has hit, it has broken that 74. So it has hit 63. So it has broken below this 74. It has filled that gap. So always look for gaps, previous gaps when a stock is going to report earnings. And I'd also said yesterday, if anyone looked at volume for the stocks that are reported earnings, like I talked in the morning, you'd have seen VLO, the volume went up, ABBV volume went up. We had now the previous day now made some good moves. So if somebody probably haven't looked at the volume for this, probably volume went up. So it has filled the gap. It has broken this level. It has gone to 63. It has broken this level in 2022. So now we have a new low. Ooh. So this is what to watch for. If it keeps going down, you're watching for 45. If it rejects 45, then it can move back up. So it's not it is a stock that, you know, when it's trending up, ER to ER, ER to ER, ER to ER. So have a look at it. And then we have DEC. This one is also another one that makes huge moves. But the problem with DEC is the contracts. Barely has volume. The contracts are very, very, let's see. So this one has gone up and it makes those moves. So this is up from 835 yesterday to 949. So it has gone up over 100 points. So yes, if you find a contract and you see it works, even if it has a volume of 5 or 10, try it, because it's a stock that goes up big time for earnings. The same with DXCM. So you see last year it went up, and then now it's been trending down since this ER came down, broke this level. So now it has gone back up from 841. So we still have room to 1106. Just look at the volume. Don't be scared because it's up, it still has room, but look at contracts that have volume. Okay, so it still has room to go to 11. This previous 1106. Okay, so it was headed for 1110. Not very interesting with volume, but just look at it. Okay, then we have Sketch reported yesterday. So this has been not making very beautiful candles, but it's been bearish. So it's been on a bearish trend. It's in some of the stocks that report earnings that they behave like this are usually the best, because when the market opens, whoever decides will take the day. Okay, it can go up, will create a lower high, then pull back, but this can be a good play even though it has not made any much movement for earnings. So it's been bearish. Okay, so we want to see, will it pull back or will it continue down? So you're watching for this 55 or going back up. Okay, so so this had gone below 61.8. It had entered the golden zone. So looking for 61. If it breaks it, 55. If not, go back to 64, 69. Okay. Any ER stock can be a good play, especially on a Friday. Can be a good lotto play. So we have the yesterday. Now this is another one also. It's been beaten down. The beer, Boston beer. Okay, it's been beaten down from February, came down lower high, continued down. Then we had this pullback here, 339. It didn't hold, came down. Then it's been bearish since then. So I don't know. This is another one also. Contracts, not so much when it comes to volume, but it's post-year. You can still look at it. So it can either pull back or bearish continuation. Okay, it's had this move, rejection week. So if it opens below, if it doesn't push back up to that 270, then it means you're gonna have bearish continuation. Some beer, so we have DXCM, Sketch, Deck, some. This lending tree, I think they did a reverse split for this. I think it did a reversal split because this was almost becoming a penny stock. Let me see if they did that. I think they did a reverse split. I'm not wrong. Because it was almost becoming a penny stock. Or did it just go up? I'm not seeing any here. Every time I look at it, I'm thinking they must have done a reverse split because it was beaten down to almost becoming a penny stock. I don't know when they did a reverse split. Okay, so this is a lending tree. From 10, 2020, last year it had gone to 10, then it's just been pushing up since last year, going up. So now still has room. If you guys can see where it came from. This one used to be a very good stock I used to trade. It used to be a good stock. So it still has lots of room. It went all the way to 430, 434, and then it just almost became a penny stock. So this one together with UPST, also, what is the other one for lending? They have lots of room if they decide to go back up. So still look at it because it's post-year. It's been on a bullish trend since it hit this 10. So lots of room. Okay. Then this morning, so this morning we have Triple M. So the past 2 weeks has been sometimes the momentum, it's been hitting a new high. think it's two weeks. This one May, is it really? So we hit 106 and then it came down. Then it's been pushing almost. I think I said it needs to create a new high. So this has been on a bullish trend and kind of consolidating with this 105, 104, 105, 104. So it's been going sideways and finally now we've gotten that move. So it's going to open to a new high. Okay. So this is a continuation play. Okay. We still have room. So we came from, and this one looks like it had an inverted head and shoulder. So we had this left shoulder, right shoulder. So this is a bullish pattern. We need to break. So this was one, it was supposed to go to 108 here. It rejected. So now we will gonna break that level. 111, so 127. So here it was headed for 130. So it had trouble with 130 since March 2022. So that's the level to watch for today. Today and into next week. So it has broken that 111. We need that one. Let's see the weekly. So this is 113 here. This is the inverted head and shoulder on the weekly and daily. So it needs to break above that 113. And then we have that 127. So those are the levels to watch for. So it's also a good one for post-ER. Okay. And then there's another one. Also the same category of has trouble with volume, but it is post-ER. You can still look at it. Charter Communication, CHTR. Okay. So it's gone up. So still look at it. There's some stocks when it comes to trading daily, they might not give you those contracts, volume and open interest, but they can be good ones to gamble for earnings. Okay, it's been bearish. Came from 458 last year, dropped and broke this level to a new low April, and then it's been trending up since April, ER to ER. So here, ER to ER dropping, ER to ER going up. So now we have continuation. So, so it's been going up, 453, 484. Okay, so it has broken that 453. Now look for 484. Look at volume. Any stock that is reporting and you can try to gamble on it, even if the volume is not something to write home about, but you can still look at them. Okay, so that's for that's for earnings this last evening and this morning. Okay, then we have now, which was yesterday, and I'd said now we were waiting for it to retest and break 815. So if a stock is breaking a previous high level, then you're looking for continuation. So this was the level 815. So from there, you're trading continuation. If you're using 30 levels, if you're using FIBXT, sometimes they like 30, but I think we broke the swing. Oh, we haven't broken it. So we still have room. It has not hit 100%. Okay. So this is how it was below the previous close on the monthly and we broke above it. So now you'd be trading it. We went to the key level 843. We still haven't hit 100%. So this can still be a viable play post-ER to 878. Okay, it hit 848, 850, touched 850, was rejected, pullback. So this is still a viable play. Another one which is still viable is Port post-ER. Okay, so look at it today. we hit, it hit 743, and then we had 343, then 346. So it had rejected that 100% was 347. It almost touched it. So now we want to see if it will go to that. If not, go to previous close, which is 313. Okay. Then Tesla, you have to count days post ER. For you to catch that move, you have to count. You have to count the days. So we had Tesla go down, it broke below 212. Now the problem with Tesla, every time it goes below 212, even if it will pull back, it means give it still an opportunity to come back down to that. Now, because it touched at multiple of 10, 210, give it an opportunity. Every time Tesla breaks below 212, it always goes to 200 every time. So I want to see what it will do this time. If it rejects that 200, then it means you're going back up. But every time Tesla touches below 212, it always goes to 200 and below. Okay, so 30 previous close 197.88. That's the level to watch for. If not, going back to that 251. Okay, so for Tesla, you need to count days. So far, we have we got an inside buy yesterday. So we had this bearish candle, and then we had another one, but we created an inside bar. So you always, for you to know when a stock wants to go back up, you want that inside bar which creates a higher low. So if it goes back up, we have that room to go to that 251. If not, just plan for Tesla below 200. Okay. KLAC reported, but these semiconductor stocks, they are bearish. So it didn't make much of a difference. Went up, was rejected. So I'm sure this one opened with a IV crash. So look at it today if we have an opportunity. We have 824 going to previous close or going below this 744. So this one happened overnight. We need the move to happen, 100% to happen during market hours. Okay, so that's that. For semiconductor stocks, the one which was key for us this week for 5K play was SMCI. Okay. So SMCI, it almost touched that 100%. So if you're using this 30 level, it's very, really very nice. Just below previous close 819, it was going to 100%. So if we were trading puts and we had said this week you were focusing on puts, the trend was bearish, you'd have gotten puts and held to this 662. So it barely rejected it by a point. So we want to see today if it can continue back down to this level or push up. So today I said expect some kind of a inverted V also. Okay, the same for other semiconductor stock. So this one had already, this made some very considerable move last week and then this week. So this one broke below 100%. And here it rejected, this blue line is my target level. So it rejected 840, hit 850. Now, because it touched a multiple of 10, always give it, don't be quick to swing. Some of the time, when you take a swing like this, when a stock hits a multiple of 10, you wake up to a falling knife and then you lose on your contracts. Always give it an opportunity the next day to see if it's going to go back to this level or it's going to create a higher low and then you ride it up. Okay. So we're looking at it going back to 909. Now that's for semiconductor stocks. Now, the only stock that from our 5K list that didn't make the move, and I think now it will make a move next week, is FedEx. Otherwise, the rest of the stocks made on our 5K list made some move. Even Nike made a move. So it's only FedEx that and FedEx is post-ER. So FedEx and UPS, they can give you a move for earnings, and then they take their time. So FedEx reported in back in June, is it? They take their time. This was it in June. And then we hit broke above 300, what we wanted, shallow pullback. Then we hit 313, 314. So we rejected this level 3 times. This one, this, and this, and then we had this pullback. So the pullback is not still not as impressive, but we now have an inside bar. We have a higher low. So we created these 3 lower lows, which is what we look for in a pullback, 3 to 6 days. So 3 to 6 lower lows. Then you want an inside bar or a higher low. So this is what we have. So look at it. It's the only stock that didn't give us, I don't remember any other, but it's only stock that didn't give us much movement. Okay. I know UNH also didn't do as much. It's also post-ER. Okay. So it's also post-ER. It tried to pull back here. So we hit, we got a new high. So we got a new high, 581. We got a slingshot set up the next day on Friday last week, but we didn't get a new high. So if it's not giving you a new high, you're looking at 3 days. So we didn't get the new high here. So count 1, 2, 3 days when it went up. So it went up yesterday, we still didn't get a new high. So if it's still giving you a lower high, you're getting puts. If you remember these rules, you will know what to do with these stocks, especially if they fail to give you a new high. So we didn't get a failed slingshot on day 3. So here we had a slingshot setup. On day 3, it didn't go, oh, it went low, did it? So this is the up, this is, which is the opening candle. So this is the open. And then, yeah, we had a failed slingshot on day 3. So if you have a failed slingshot, you're looking for pullback and then bearish continuation, meaning it's gonna break which level? These 552, okay? So here you'd have gotten your calls for the pullback, lower high, gotten your puts. So look at it breaking this. So now you're looking at 50% retracement of the 4-hour. So 540 and then 525, 527, 540, 527. If it rejects any of these levels, then it means it still wants to go back up. We're looking at this 781. Okay, so this one didn't move, those 2 major ones. GS has been behaving typically like a sector rotation play this whole week. It's been doing that sector, but we didn't get that major movement that we get from GS, but it's been behaving as a sector rotation play. Whenever the market is weak, GS goes up. So we've seen these moves based on sector rotation. Sometimes GS just behaves on its own. It doesn't follow the sector rotation stocks, but this week it did. Okay, so we had 495 double top here, then it came down, but still rejected the 482 from Monday, so 483, we had a higher low. So we're still looking at it today, see if it will push up. So this was, we had a failed slingshot, 509, slingshot setup, we didn't bounce back. We created a 483. So now this is like a triple bottom. We had 483, 482, and then we came to the same level. So watch it today to see if it will bounce back up above 500, because we have that triple bottom. Okay, so GS. So I'm trying to see which stock didn't give us much movement for 5K plays. So we have so we still look at them today to see if they'll give us a move. UNH, GS, and FedEx. LMT gave us a move. ISRG gave us a move. It dropped. So ISRG is also post-ER. So this is a good move. So look at it if it will bounce back up or not. So we had post-ER went up, gave us a new high, 468, gave us a slingshot, set up the next day, but it didn't bounce, so it went lower. We had a failed slingshot, so went up. You're looking for lower high. Anytime you see a failed slingshot, when you get a lower high, just get put. So here from 460, you'd have gotten puts. It went to 436 yesterday. Okay, so now you're looking at pullback continuation. See what it gives us into next week. So this one got a move. RCL gave us a move, went up, gave us a new high. Any stock creating new highs, you might not get those moves, momentum moves going up, but you will get momentum move going down, and it was also post-ER. Okay, so we hit 173, new high, slingshot setup, didn't bounce, went lower after earnings, and that's what we got. How comes I missed this yesterday? Post-ER. So if you gotten puts here, 173, you'd have held your puts to here because it had a failed slingshot. Okay, so that one gave us a move. PG gave us a new high. Sometimes I want to include small ATR stocks. Those don't move much, just for the fact to show that this strategy works for any stock. Okay, so we had 165 to 170, went up. We had a new high, so came down. We want to look for a slingshot. So this one had a failed slingshot. So that was a pullback. So this was the day the other week, 170.92 slingshot setup. Went up, didn't give us a new high, get puts, went down. So this was a pullback, gave us a double top, 170.92, 170.02. So this was still a lower high, get puts. So this one gave us the move. Failed slingshot, everybody should know what to do with it. KMB, this Kimberly reported earnings, went up, dropped. So we had a new high, 145, came down. If it's already giving you a failed slingshot even before earnings, just get puts. That's the one you'd gamble on, puts. So we had this move, 170, 145, new high, slingshot set up the next day, but it didn't bounce. So the next day, failed slingshot, pullback, bearish continuation. And then after that, we drop to 134, pullback, lower high. So look at it. If it's not gonna go above 145.61, still get puts. Small stocks, but not very popular, but they made the move. So GS, we've seen it, coin on, look at coin today. Coin. So any stock that is playing pullback, we've been bearish with these stocks. So whatever move it gives you, and I've said and I'll say it again, as long as it's not going back to, it's not going back to 283. It's a lower high, get puts. If you've been doing that with coin and MSTR, they've been paying, puts have been paying. So as long as it's not going to this level, you can clearly see it's not gone to 283. It hit 271. It's a lower high, get puts. Okay, no question about it, get puts. So we hit this 272. It is still a lower high, get puts. Then the next day it confirmed for you another lower high, get put. So we went from 265 Wednesday all the way to 226 yesterday. So if it's not giving you the previous high level, just get puts. It's a lower high. And you can have that continuation for 3 days. So here you'd have been in puts 3 days. We had 272, 1, 2, 3 days. You're in the same puts play. So now we want to see if it goes up, as long as it's not touching 272. If it breaks 272, as long as it's not touching 283, still get puts. Okay, these and MSTR, very, very rewarding when it comes to puts. Okay, look at MSTR. So this was 1810. Yes, it's a new high. I think it's a 2-month high, but as long as it's not going back to 2000, get puts. So here and then here, it gave you 3 days of confirmation, lower high, get puts. It went from 1769 to 1507, 200 points plus. Okay, so the same thing. Go up. If it's not going to this level, if it's not going to 1810, still get puts. Okay. Then we had SEN. Also look at it today. And if not, we've not gotten a move. It made a move last week. If it's not giving us, oh, it has given us a move. Okay, so to see, it's dropped. Okay, so all these stocks, even if they're not doing much from Monday, look at it. It needed to give us a new high. So as long as it was not touching, so here, so this day we got a slingshot setup. It briefly, so this was 327.84 and this is 327.70. So it gave us a slingshot setup, but it did not bounce. So if it's not bouncing, you already know this one, time for puts, lower high, get put. So we had here 332, 332, 332. We got a triple top, went down. Now pull back again, 335. It's still a lower high and it's like a triple top, 336, 335, 335, triple top, get puts. So here you guys, anyone who's looked at this, will be waking up to money for puts. It has dropped to from 335 to 321. So that one has made the move. CAT. So CAT had said, watch, it might give you a whole day. So if DE CAT, you might get a whole day trending up. They were moving up last week. They gave us 2-month high. 2-month high slingshot setup. Gave us a slingshot setup, but it did not bounce. So it's either continuing with puts, so it continued with puts. So the pullback can last 3 to 6 days. Just count. So we had this pullback. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on the 6th day, created a lower high. Then we had this bounce. So we got the 6 days of pullback. And then we had this move back up. So now you're looking at CAT. Any level that is not 369 and it's not 383. So you guys know we were supposed to go retest 382. So if any level, but we have a change of character, no, it closed below. So it needed to close above this previous 364. It didn't close above it. So any level, it's not this 369, it's not 382, still get puts. Same thing for DE. So they created 2-month high. So we look, this was in May. So May 14th, June 14th, July 14th. So this was 2-month high. So you're doing slingshots setup. When it went to 390, give us a slingshot setup. But if it's not bouncing, not giving you a new high, puts, pull back, 380, it's a lower high, get puts, dropped, broke this level, gave you a new low. Here we had like a double top, bottom, then it pushed up. So now we needed to break above 390 And this one still has lots of room to retest 417. So those failed slingshots, that's how you trade them. UPS is also post ER, the same sector with FedEx. So we had, this was already bearish. We got this pullback. As long as it was not going to 153 is a lower high, get put. So we had this move for puts. And now I'm seeing it has a higher low. So it went, we gave us like a double bottom at this 124 level. Then we have a higher low yesterday. So look at it today. Any stock that gives you a higher low. So we had 124 and then yesterday a higher low. We want to see today if it's going to go back up. Okay. So that's for the stocks that were under buy the dip, sell the rip, and then momentum. We have also low. They were trending up last week. We wanted to see if we'll get some continuation. So these ones also gave us, they were 2-month high. That was it. No, 2 months, is it? Yeah. So this was in May. Yeah, this is 2-month high on the 18th. So slingshot setup. So it went to 246. Slingshot setup, give us a slingshot. So this went to the same day, 237. The next day, it didn't break it until after market close. So we didn't get a bounce. It went lower, so you'd have gotten puts, 231. Then now pull back. It started pulling back yesterday. So I think we had an inside bar. So look at it today. Should have an, no, or not yet. Oh, it's not an inside bar. It's an, is it? No, it went lower. So look, still we can get a pullback. Any level that is not 246, get puts. Okay, so we have 231. Oh, it's not an inside bar because this went lower. So it rejected 230. So look at it today. The same thing with HD. I think they almost have the same pattern. Last week they were trending up. Then we had those failed slingshots. Yeah, the same, almost the same pattern. So we had this move there last week, 375.19, then it went higher, 375.74, gave us a slingshot setup, but it didn't bounce, broke it. So we had a failed slingshot, meaning you're looking at puts. We had puts 1, 2, up to yesterday. So now we want to look if we'll get a bounce, if not, bearish continuation. Failed slingshots should be very easy to trade. So MSTR, Tesla, we've talked about it. PanW, I'd said, look at PanW. It was in 5K list because it was consolidating. We needed it either to break on the upper side or break on the lower side. Okay, so it broke on the lower side, broke this level, so we have a new low. So from Monday, you'd have gotten, sorry, Tuesday, we had 341 here, so this was a lower high, get puts. So it went from 340 to 318. Very beautiful move down. So today, it can either go back up. So you're looking at this level, 340, or going lower. So all the rest, except for FedEx and UNH, gave us a move, yes, but not so beautiful. And but everything else has paid. PanW, NVIDIA, you guys know all the semiconductor stocks went lower. So all these stocks paid. And we were bearish. That's something I insisted, we are bearish, we're not going to heaven. Okay, so this was 124 double top, puts went to 106 yesterday. Okay, Lily, the best. Lily, Lulu, all these big ATS stocks are the ones to, if you want to catch SMCI, they're the ones to give you the best moves. 887 all the way to 806. Very beautiful. Over 80 points with puts. Okay, so we see if it's gonna break 800 today. If not, we get a pullback into another one. All these were very good place for puts. Okay, so we're looking, we got some stock trying to pull back today. We want to see if it will do the same. Continuation today. So you're looking at it to break above 840. So beautiful move from 648 to 619. So all these stocks, 5K stocks, MDB. So MDB, I'd say looked, it might give you a whole day trending up this week. And that's what it did yesterday. Okay, we got this move. So still look at it. It's kind of consolidating, so we need it to break above 272. So still look at it. This was the 2-month high. Okay, MDB, CRM also. I said, look at those. They might give you whole day up. Okay, so CRM, we already saw it attempted last week when it went from 245 to 257. Then it created a high low because it rejected this 245. So get calls. And then we saw this move 264. So we want to see if it will keep up with that. So we're still looking at the 5K plays, and that was just an update. We got moves from all the 5K plays. Lulu still gave us new low. These are the ones that were tired of being bearish. So either gonna get bearish continuation or a pullback. So this was bearish continuation. You got puts here, 287 all the way down to over 40 points. So either we're gonna get a bounce or bearish continuation. Okay. So we'll have a Sunday class this week. This Sunday, any topics anybody wants to, I'll cover a few topics, then 5K play. Then next week I'll not be there. And then we'll meet again in the other week, August. Okay. Nicole, sign us off. Donna, you've not talked for so long. I hope you're well.
Let's make this money, guys.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Virginia.
All right.
Mm-hmm.